Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Fort Hamilton Summer Reception. At this time, I'd like to introduce Fort Hamilton's Garrison Commander, Colonel Brian Jacobs.
Thank you, Dominica, and thank you all for being here. I am Colonel Brian Jacobs, just as Dominica mentioned, and I've had the honor and privilege of being the Garrison Commander at Fort Hamilton for almost a year now. Like my predecessors before me, I'm not going to talk long, because this night is not about me. It is about saying thanks to you all. Thanks for all of the fellowship, the partnership, and the support since 1825. All right, so this is the fourth oldest installation in our Army. And little known fact, I know Ray knows this place was almost going away in 2005. And I'll just share with you why, right? So we just have this thing called BRAC, base realignment and closure, and we were decided to potentially close Fort Hamilton. But you know what saved Fort Hamilton? It wasn't my predecessors. It was you all. The community stood up and saved this place for all the reasons why a community. And I'm so glad you all did, because this is an awesome place to be. It means a lot to New York City and the surrounding communities. And this is very rare. Only once a year the Army allows us in uniform to spend money on food and do these things, right? So, and it's all for good reason, right? Being good stewards of taxpayer money. But so to do that and to do it in a meaningful way is very special to us. So this is New York City. A lot of big tickets in New York City, right? Broadway. To be here is really special. You took your time on Saturday night in the best city in the world, with all the happenings of all the boroughs, and you decided to share your time here with us at Fort Hamilton. So we're going to do a couple things tonight. So we're only three. So I'm going to say a welcome, which I just did. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to recognize three individuals who we consider good neighbors of 2022. And we have three. This is new. We've never had three. And we have a couple. So very powerful. And Dominica's going to read their short bios. And the third thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up the best curator in the world, Justin Batt, for about 20 seconds. Yesterday when we were rehearsing, he was like 3 minutes, so we got it down to 20 seconds. So what we're going to do different tonight is we're going to open up our museum. So around 1815, if you want to file out, not all at once, but you can mingle, you can stay here. But throughout the night, please go visit the museum. As another incentive, we're going to have a wine tasting. So that may pull you over there as well. So we're actually trying to open up the entire community to what we have to offer here. And our Harbor Defense Museum is a special part of our community. And he can't obviously facilitate all the visits, so we decided to do it today. So please go see Justin, smartest guy in the world, knows history, just like our former Garrison Commander, Colonel Martin, both history guys. So ask either one of them about the history of Fort Hamilton. They know all about it. So with that said, I'm going to turn it back over to Dominica. We're going to give these great awards. Hey, before I go on, a couple people to recognize. We have a lot of DVs here. There are special New York Assemblymen here, community leaders here, schools. I want to make sure I recognize you all. JRTC program for Hamilton, as I mentioned, Colonel Martin, FDNY partners, NYPD. We could not do this without you. And I mean that sincerely. I have no fire department. When I call 911, I have to call Captain Schaefer and her team to do all these great things for our community. So I really appreciate you all being here. Red Cross is here. So many to name. Our imam is here. You all know who you are. You know what you mean to us. I look forward to meeting you all and saying hello to you once again. Thank you all again, sincerely. Dominica, all yours.
Good evening. Our first 2022 Good Neighbor Award recipients are Mr. Herb and Miss Sandy Morales. Mr. Herb Morales, a Vietnam veteran, and Mrs. Sandy Morales have dressed up as Santa and Mrs. Claus and gone through the Child Development Center here on Fort Hamilton to spend time with the children of the community. They're always there to support us when we need it, and they are our go-to for Santa and Mrs. Claus for the holiday market and tree lighting. So Mr. Herb Morales and Mrs. Sandy Morales, please come up and receive your award.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our next recipient is Miss Nancy Shaluro. In addition to being a United States Marine Corps combat veteran and wounded warrior herself, Nancy has dedicated her life to serving her military brothers and sisters. In addition to her day-to-day work at the Wounded Warrior Project, she has gone above and beyond to reach out to soldiers of Fort Hamilton and service members throughout New York City. She coordinates VIP opportunities for soldiers and veterans to attend popular New York City events such as the New York Village Halloween Parade, the 4th of July fireworks, and the New Year's ball drop. Ms. Shaliro, will you please come up and receive your award?
Let's bring them up here. Come on for a second. Bring that up here. That is awesome.
Here, come over.
Oh, you know,
Come on, right there.
Good job, team. This is important.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Very well.
All right, one thing I failed to mention is I wanted to also recognize last year's award winners. Both are not here, but we do have Linda Thompson here. Linda was our 2021 Good Neighbor Award recipient. Thank you for being here, Linda. Really appreciate it. All right, as promised, I wasn't going to talk long. I'm going to turn it over to Justin Batt for around 20 seconds. And Justin's going to talk about the history part of the night. And then at around 18:30, we're going to open the museum. So please make your way at some point tonight to visit the museum and say hello to Justin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very well. Appreciate it. Thank you, Colonel Jacobs. And for those that don't know, Colonel Jacobs actually played football at West Point. So you can talk some football. It doesn't feel like actually bad. So yes, as I do want to congratulate our awardees, winners tonight. Thank you for what you do for our community. And as the commander said, our event, the Garrison Commander's Reception, is actually built around our rich history here. So our goal tonight is actually, hopefully you can connect to this history because it's our history here. And so to the far right or your left, we have a display table there with a uniform, World War I uniform. We actually have some historic photos planted around the event so you can look at. And as the commander said, 18:30, 6:30, the museum will be open till about 8, 9 o'clock, however open it needs to be for everyone to visit. Free wine, free cheese. There's plenty of it there too, so please make your way there. And before I let you go, I hope you have a good time tonight. Go Army, beat Navy.
All right, we can turn the music back on. Let's go. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Be safe tonight.